Got some elk here crossing the road. So close. Literally 25 yards away. So cool. Still have their winter coats. Check that out. Interesting. It's still cold up here in northern Pennsylvania. Literally just 25 yards from these elk. Just gorging on all this lush vegetation here. Spring vegetation. Looks like we got some rubs here. Look at those little saplings. You see those rubs? Wow. Yeah, you can see the bulls come through here. There's a lot of rubs there on those saplings. Interesting. Funny, something just startled that elk. It's not scared of me, but something else startled it. It's funny. These look like calves. Definitely calves. They're small. Maybe just a little bit bigger than a white-tailed doe. Looks like mama's up there. Got one crossing right here. Pennsylvania has a very healthy elk herd, that's for sure. Look at this. That one up there. still have their winter coats. It's the last day of April. Still very frigid, actually. Had a few nights that went below freezing recently. It's really rainy today. Lots and lots of rain. It's about 50 degrees right now, 51 degrees. Yeah, they definitely still have their winter coat. Really windy and nasty weather today. Windy, rainy, and cold. Cool, shall I say, not cold, cool. Interesting. You can see this is where they like to cross, because you can see that trail there. So they like to cross over here. They're a lot like deer. They like to walk in the same areas all the time. They don't like to just walk all over. They usually follow the same paths over and over. And you can find the trails like that. Sorry about my muffler, guys. I gotta get it fixed. There's that little herd. There's a bunch of them. They're going in that direction. I think these two are playing. Check that out. It's funny. Chasing each other, playing around. It's pretty serious weather right now. It's funny, chasing each other. It's funny how elk have that white patch on their butt. Kind of reminds me of deer, white-tailed deer. They have that white tail. It's kind of funny because it really stands out. You can see that white patch. It kind of eliminates their camouflaging. If they didn't have that white patch, they'd be much harder to see. But that white patch is easy to identify even in thick brush. It's interesting that they have that. I wonder why. Because like white-tailed deer, they lift up their tail to show the white patch when you see them. They want to let you know that that they see you, so they lift up their tail and run. But why an elk would just have this permanent white patch, I don't understand why they would have that. It's interesting why God created them that way. It's just incredible that there's so many here in Pennsylvania. It's incredible. It really is. Really nasty weather out there. Windy, cool, and rainy. It's actually nice. I like it, but a lot of people would say it's nasty. I think it's nice. It's better than heat and humidity, that's for sure. Wouldn't mind it if the whole summer was like this, to be honest. Look at how this elk rubbed up this whole sapling here. Check this out. Wow. Looks like they like to rub these saplings here in this area. You can see this old tree here was just totally destroyed by these elk. Nothing left of it from rubbing it so much. And this is a big tree here. Looks like they started on this one. Check that out. It's insane. Wow. I mean, this is high off the ground. This is like, I would say, up to my shoulders here. It's like 5-6 feet off the ground. I'm 6'2". So that's how you know it wasn't a whitetail. Whitetails are not that big. This must have been a huge bull. Came through in the fall and just rubbed the crap out of this sapling here. It's pretty impressive. It's a good place to check for antlers. It's also a good place to find rattlesnakes here with these boulders. Like these types of areas. There's our mini herd, our family, up there on the hilltop. This is classic elk country. They love these really steep areas that are very difficult to access. It's classic elk terrain. Super steep and a lot of grassy openings. That's what they love. The more open areas and the steeper terrain, the better. That's what elk like. But they really like the grassy openings because they're grazers. Primarily grazers. They can eat stuff that deer eat, but for the most part, they like grasses and weeds and things like that. They're like cows, basically. They're more similar to cows than deer as far as their diet. So they need those grassy openings. But in the wintertime, they'll browse on vegetation that's available whatever's available, twigs and saplings and things like that, things that deer like to eat. But as you see, they're hitting all these open areas. They're going after these fresh grasses. I mean, this is like a buffet for them. I mean, this is like fresh greenery for them. They had a really easy winter this year. I'm not sure if next winter will be that easy. But this winter was really easy. It wasn't cold. There were a couple cold days, but for the most part there wasn't a massive amount of snowpack like normally. So I bet we'll see a little bit of a boost in the population. Looks like these two elk are kind of fighting each other, or that one kind of like charged the other one. Yeah, it looks like a family. Their biggest predators here are really just black bear and people, either hunters or vehicles. Other than that, I mean, you're not going to have many animals here in Pennsylvania that are going to bring down an adult elk. Like these smaller elk, black bear could bring down if they can ambush it, sneak up on it. But a full-grown adult, there's not much in PA that's going to be able to take one down. Some people think there's mountain lions here. I'm one of them. I think there's mountain lions in small numbers in Pennsylvania. I mean, there's mountain lions in Michigan, and you know, mountain lions have been known to cross vast distances. There was one mountain lion that ended up in Connecticut, and it came from the Black Hills. So it crossed all the way through farmlands and terrain you wouldn't even think a mountain lion could survive in. It went all the way across the country. So you know, I wouldn't be surprised if they're here in these hills, these remote, rugged hills of Pennsylvania. Alright guys, I'm out here on this plateau. This is where I always see the elk here, and I'm just looking around quickly for any antlers that might have been dropped. This is a heavily used elk feeding area. They don't seem to be here today, I think because of the weather. They don't like to be out in the open. In this type of weather, it's really windy and rainy and stuff. So I'm gonna just check around here, see if I can't find any antlers possibly. Gonna do a quick grid search. Just gotta go quick before the elk come. I don't want to be stuck out here and surrounded by elk. So far I don't see any antlers anywhere. Nice sunset over there, check that out. Frogs are coming out. Everything's getting green. antlers anywhere. Grass is really growing in now here. See how tall this grass is getting. Elk should be coming here soon. So I'm going to check around here. See if there's any antlers anywhere. So far, no antlers. Got this big pile of elk poop. Check that out. Huge pile. Look at the size of that elk poop, guys. That is just insane. It's pretty fresh too. Huge. So far, no antlers. I don't see any antlers here. I'm looking around, but can't find any. Look at this willow here. So I officially found my first elk shed. Check that out. That's from a spike. That's really cool. It's a pretty good one. Definitely gonna take that home. So there's definitely some antlers around here. I just gotta look hard. Haven't been looking hard enough. Gotta comb the area. You can see how from just years and years of rubbing this willow tree, it's just completely destroyed. All the bulls rubbing it every year. Check that out. That's what a normal willow tree should look like. And this one is just destroyed. And then here's my antler. Check that out. It's pretty cool.